Just are we all symmetrical in the... Yeah, that's all ready. Thank you very much, Producer Cat.
Producer Cat.
That's right, so we are ready to go. Stop texting.
No, this is promote underscore.
Oh, right, that's fair enough then.
I'm working.
Yeah. Put your phone back.
Do I try it again?
Put your phone back. It's not as... I can't...
Put your phone down!
That's the one. That's what I'm fucking waiting for. Jesus. So he does it better than me. He does much better than me. I can't do angry Irish, Connor.
Just do Irish, James.
You know what? I'd sound incredibly racist if I tried an Irish.
It's not
James.
racist if you get the accent spot on.
Yeah, but you know, I'm not even going to try it.
Just an impersonation.
Yeah. Right, hang on. That's quite quiet, that, isn't it?
Sorry, hold on.
That's... go on. Yeah, I think that's alright.
Good. I might need to go up just a little bit.
Yeah, just... Oh, no, that's me. That's me.
That's me. Yeah, that's me. That's good.
Yeah,
we're good.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Living the dream. You sound?
Aye, not too bad at all.
Yeah, we maybe should have done this earlier, but never mind. Welcome to Off the Stage Podcast, the show where we take musicians off the stage and into the pub to talk about the ins and outs of the music world. We're back at the Isis pub. I'm James Berry. This is Conor Michael, and we are joined by Steve. And I always get names wrong, but I'm going to try and get your name because
everybody gets my last name wrong.
Because you've got Steve with a brackets Y.
Yeah.
Third, haven't you? So it's Steve Ather.
Yes, that's the effect that I was trying to get from the logo.
And you know
everybody gets a pronunciation wrong.
You know what? It works. That claps for me, by the way, for getting your name right.
Because Nathan out here doesn't quite understand names. There goes my phone.
Well, I even did a flipping
Well, I've had quite a few academics turn around and say, well, actually, the spelling of it is Ather, and I'm like, well, I know how to spell my name, thank you very much. But,
where that comes from? Because it's like the whole muck mac. Because Cat's name was like McVeigh. But how do you know if it's a muck or a mac? It's just it's personal preference, or is it just...
Irish.
Mac's Irish. It's like you're Irish.
It's a really rare name and all, like, to be fair, my last name. It's like, there's not many
Athers about. Ather, yeah.
So, start working on that gene pool, won't you?
Exactly.
Keep that name going.
Yeah, exactly. Aye, too right.
So first and foremost, most important question of the day: what are you drinking?
I'm drinking an Aspel, which the barmaid recommended, along with a flat cider, but I don't like flat cider, so she gave us that one.
Okay.
Yeah. I normally drink Bulmers or that one that's hard to pronounce when you're drunk. The
recorder leg.
Or when you're sober.
Exactly, aye.
Recorder leg, aye.
I'm trying to figure this one out.
That's a special. I
finally got a mystery drink for once.
Yeah, producer Cat was bought us both a drink, actually.
It tastes similar to the Peach Malba sour that I had the other week.
I think it's definitely a cidery though.
Yeah.
So which one's that one?
Mango daiquiri cider.
Mango daiquiri cider.
It's really nice. I'm not a big cider fan, but that tastes really nice.
I like the odd cider.
I suppose I'm starting to like the ciders that aren't fizzy.
Yeah,
that's starting to be a very big plus because that tastes really nice. Would you like to try that?
I don't see it now.
Fill your boots. It's a waste of a drink to put it in your boots. I don't get that reference.
I must say,
I'm sure that's actually what the barmaid tried to give us, but I'm not too fond of flat cider.
Oh, well, I am.
I think I know which the one this is because I've been banging on about it. This is, I think. Hang on, I'm going to try it, even though I've already tried it, as you can tell.
It does look like Foster's though, doesn't it?
I mean, it tastes quite heavy actually. But I think what it is it's Vaux Brewery's brand new drink, Threat Level Midnight. Is that right? Yes. So this is a Threat Metal... I don't think what it tastes like.
Threat Metal Live Light.
Threat Level Live Light. Honestly, I'm so bad with words these days. Threat Level Midnight.
Hey!
It tastes... I'm trying to think what it kind of tastes like. It's like... It tastes like a heavier... it's got a similar kind of consistency to Erdinger, but it's got a lot more hops to it. I'm not like a professional
Just podcasting gold,
but
this.
yeah, I know. But it's, yeah.
What else do you expect for your music podcast?
Maybe you should start a new podcast of beer tasting.
Yeah, I know. I think, yeah, that's really nice. That is, it's got
Bad idea.
It's got quite a few like fruity kind of stuff. There's a few hazy ciders. There's a few hazy beers out at the moment. They taste quite like that.
You might even get sponsored off a few brands of alcohol.
I know. Well, I'm actually I'm actually playing a gig at the Vaux Brewery, 3rd of June. It's on Saturday. So I might fully endorse this for the gig specifically. If you put the discount code James10, you get 10%. You don't.
Do you know what's crazy is every week we come up with like a mystery drink and we're like, all right, try this. And they go, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. And this week, even though we've not looked at the actual names, James straight away with that's right, 11 midnight. I know this one. He's got the consistency down. He knows every little ingredient in it.
You know,
we don't know what happens when we read it 10 seconds ago.
Yeah, I know.
But you're happy to say I know exactly which one this one is. I've done my research.
Yeah, well, I only do that because I've been banging on about it and Cat bought it. So,
Well, James, do you know what today is?
Are you talking about today as in the day that we're recording or the day that it's released?
Both.
What day is it today? It's the 9th of May.
Which is
Tuesday.
our 50th episode. Woo!
Is it? Oh, right.
Happy 50th.
Is this actually? Oh, is it really the 50th? Oh man, if I knew that, I would have put like a celebrate good times. Come on. But instead, I'll just add this one. I mean, it's pretty.
It's alright.
It's all right. That. Thank you very much, Kewan.
So thank you very much for coming on for
Yeah.
No
our
problem.
half a Centaurian episode.
Yeah, that is.
Before.
That's a milestone, isn't it? See, I was thinking the milestone being 52 because that's like a year, isn't it?
2 more weeks.
It's two
Who
more
we got
weeks.
on in 2
God,
weeks?
it's mad that. I don't know actually.
Sorry, Steve, this is a very slow start of a podcast.
It is an
Well, this is a special one though. 'cause it's
Well,
50th,
James
isn't
looks at admin stuff. So tell us kind of what kind of genres you do. What influences are you to get in the music industry?
Well, I started out in the bedroom, like everybody else does,
what
with a
you
guitar, and that sounded dodgy there for some reason, but you know, at a very young age, I used to listen to like Oasis CDs and stuff like that. I think it was the age of 9 that Morning Glory came out, and my sister used to listen to it, and I used to nick our CDs, well, tapes at the time, and
Making a comeback now, aren't they?
Yeah.
The Verve, David Gray. More recently, Passenger.
Love Passenger.
Yeah, he's really good, and he like folk rock sort of stuff. Aye. And even more recently, Wet Leg as well. I like their stuff. Yeah, and Catfish and the Bottlemen as well.
Nice. I play twice when I do my cover gigs.
Yeah,
That's alright.
I really like Catfish and the Bottlemen. Aye. And that's it from sort of I think Richard Ashcroft and Noel Gallagher were my main reason for starting to write music.
Yeah.
And play the guitar. I remember at a very young age, some adult influence turned around to us and said, "You'll never be able to play Wonderwall." And obviously, right. I know as a musician now we think, well, that's an easy song to play, but at the time when they don't know how to play an instrument, people listen to it and they think, well, that's quite hard to listen to play because it sounds good when actually it's not the case. So far.
Yeah.
Thing is, to play Wonderwall though it does take, because you've got there's a specific strum pattern on it,
Yeah.
and it takes. I know it seems like everybody plays Wonderwall, but to play it properly in terms of getting all the actual strum patterns and stuff like that is a bit more.
And it actually
technical.
went against us when I was learning the guitar, because I tried to learn how to play that because I thought, I'm not going to be beaten here. I'm going to learn how to play that song, and I'm going to play it like the record, and I do now play it like the record, but because I didn't go through all that commotion of the pendulum effect, it suffered for me rhythm later on when I was learning other stuff, and I had to relearn
Oh right,
a certain way, because that strum pattern's different to doing the pendulum effect of up and down. You're doing misbeats and stuff like yeah, exactly.
It's like so it's
Nirvana on the way there.
it's you know what? Smells Like Teen Spirit and Wonderwall could be the same song. I couldn't, but
They're the good songs, to be
Yeah.
fair, but that's my party trick at gigs. Wonderwall, everybody wants us to play it, so I play it, and you all love it.
I'm now at the point where people request Wonderwall. I refuse to do Oasis for the rest of that gig.
Like so many other musicians.
Will you
like,
do She's Electric? No, you fucked up when you asked for Wonderwall. No more Manchester bands coming out of this guitar.
However, we played at last flipping gig, didn't we?
Yeah, but no one requested Wonderwall. We just went, fuck it.
I wouldn't have played it if you just decided I've looked one. Well, never mind.
I don't mind playing it when it's our choice. But when someone goes, play Wonderwall, I'm like, no. Get off my stage.
just because you can.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I try to play some of the Oasis songs that people don't hear as much, like Supersonic.
I do
acoustic version of that.
Supersonic, Cigarettes and Alcohol.
Rock and Roll Star is one of my favourites.
Rock
Rock and Roll Star as well. I do an acoustic version of that as well.
But agreed, I like doing the ones that people don't do.
Yeah.
Because that was the way I didn't really enjoy Oasis when I was younger. Then when I got into music and started teaching myself guitar, I was getting into them quite a bit. I was like, oh, I like this one. Oh, that's a really good song. I was really in. And then I grew out of them very quickly because I was playing them a lot. And I was like, I don't like that anymore.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing a gig, I like to do the less mainstream ones. And it's a bit like, right, yeah, I've not seen anybody play that one in a while. Or yes.
You know which one always goes down well? Not many people play it. Well, there's two actually. Cast No Shadow.
Cast No Shadow,
Tune.
class.
Champagne Supernova.
He actually dedicated that to Richard Ashcroft.
Snake
Did he
Oil.
really?
He did, yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Aye. I mean, I think as a musician, playing Oasis songs or playing any song I think that's been overplayed in the charts and people hear all the time, you're going to get sick of, aren't you? Because you're practicing and rehearsing the same songs over and over and over again to the point where you're doing gigs. And I think even now when I do a cover gig, acoustically, I don't always rehearse because I know the songs, and I've gotten to the point where I rehearse them and I think to myself, I'll just do half of each song and get them off and rehearse them, and then I'll go and do the gig, because I think you get sick of playing them all the time, don't you?
Yeah.
But also it's good because if you go to gigs and you're playing the songs and people like them, that's a plus side, I think, as well, isn't it?
Yeah, what I mean.
I mean, it's nice when you hear people singing a song back to you.
Yeah, you do. You know you've picked the right song.
I think it's
because it's always. I always get some nervous, especially if you go into like a pub for the first time. You don't really know what the people want, what they like,
and you're setting.
And then you sing and it's a bit rocky at first. People are just like, yeah, okay. Then you sing a song, one of the songs, and then people always go like mad for it. And you think, all right, I've got them here.
Yeah.
I think that's. I mean, with that. Done flipping hundreds.
I love when you do a song that nobody knows, but like there'll be 1 in 100 in that bar that recognises it and they make the most and go. Like I've been ending all my sets on the JCB song recently by like Nizloppy, and most people are sat there going, recognise it, and you get one guy there like, I'm Luke, I'm 5, my dad's Bruce Lee, proper going in for it. You're like rocking like he's from like Arkham Asylum, like, my dad's Bruce Lee. Sure he is, pal. But just swerving away from the cover scene, do you do loads of original gigs yourself? Do you do many support slots or headlines or like the odd?
I'm starting to get into it now a lot more than what I was before, because I got picked to do an audition for Soundwave's music competition in Newcastle back in March, I think it was, in Newcastle. And I'd sung some of me original songs at gigs and stuff like that and slotted a couple in there, and I've been writing for quite a while, but I'd never made a big thing of doing solely original gigs, but since I did the audition for Soundwave's music competition, it sort of spurred us on to record my own stuff, which I've been trying to do for a long time, and I never had the money and I've not had much luck in the way of sound engineers and stuff like that, you know. So now I'm starting to get my act together. I've got a band together, which is under the name of Steve Ather, because I think solo artistry is selling at the moment in the industry, and we're going to start doing gigs, and the first one is actually on the 2nd of June, which I understand this won't be.
It might actually.
This is out on the 23rd of May.
The 23rd of
so
May.
You go.
So the gig's on the 2nd of June at the Lambton Arms in Chesterley Street.
Oh, you know that well.
£3 per ticket.
Sure do.
They're actually starting to hire the top room out for.
Right. So it's not in the downstairs. It's like an upstairs function.
What's the setup like in there? Have you been in?
It's like an L-shaped room, so it's a bit weird. So
right,
you probably have to stick your band in the middle of the L, if you know what I mean, or on the corner, so that everybody can.
Was the reason you picked?
It's quite big. It's like 100 capacity, I think.
Right. Was the specific reason you picked that was because you said you're from Chesterley Street?
Yeah, it's because I'm local and I wanted to start me venture of original gigs out in.
That makes sense.
So are they hiring out regularly as a originals venue, or is it just like a function room people can hire out?
Yeah, the guy wants to. Well, he's not the manager. I think he's a deputy manager, and he wants to start doing like original gigs. I think he's a metalhead like himself, so he's like, he's game for it.
Arm's length.
I've seen like a
you know what it is? Most of the guitarists who I've ever met and been in bands with cover bands or anything like that have always been metalheads for some reason.
Yeah.
It's like,
the most technical, aren't they? Though, like
they must just get sick of the
songs,
alternative stuff, mustn't they? They must just be like, no, I'm just gonna go full whack, gain up, distortion.
So how have you found merging to a band? I presume you've written your own songs before you had this band.
Yeah, I've had songs written for about 6 years now.
How's it been transitioning into a full sound?
Yeah, it's been good, but I mean, we've only just started rehearsing over the past couple of months, and our first drummer ended up having to have a liver transplant, so we had him for like one rehearsal and then had to find another drummer.
Selfish. Always an excuse for drummers, isn't there?
I know, honestly, it's always
not working. No.
So I had to try and reach about to try and find another drummer, which is, as you guys know, very,
easy,
very
isn't it?
hard.
Yeah. I don't use drummers. I use a loop pedal just because I think, as much as I like to say I'm selfish and I can't be bothered to share my work, I don't want to look for a drummer.
Yeah.
Like, I just do that on a guitar and send it away.
I'm a bass player as well. I think bass players are the second hardest to get as
It's
well.
the reason James plays bass, because nobody else did, so he taught himself.
Yeah, that's a true story. True story, yeah.
Well, I'll be the bass player.
So now you play the bass and the electric guitar on.
Yeah, well, it depends on what band. I mean, I've got my originals band now. I've got a bass player. There's a bass player who's not in any other bands as well, which is he's my mate who really wanted to be in a band, so I'm like, you can be in my band, and that's
how bands happen, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. That is pretty much how it happens.
I mean, my lead guitarist who I got Sonny Singh, they call him, and he mixed one of my tracks, and he done a really good job of it. He heard my song, I wanted to put bass on because he plays the bass as well, and he said to us like, look, he says, I love this song, can I mix it? And I was like,
well,
yeah, why not? And then I asked him if he wanted to be in the band as a bass player, but he says, well, I'd rather do the electric guitar, so
Mint.
I said, you've got first dibs.
Yeah. Got to get who you can, can't you? Like, you know, especially at my age anyway. It's like you get your 30s, it's hard to get people out of the house, never mind together in a flipping band.
And then there was another lad called Pistol Pete Fraser is his nickname. To be honest, it's a good band name, really, isn't it? Pistol Pete Fraser.
Pistol Pete. It'd be like Pistol Pete and the
Frasers.
Don't give him ideas.
Changing your band name.
He played the bass in a couple of my tracks and that. I met him at a buskers night and asked him to be on bass because he'd obviously done the bass on a couple of the tracks and he was a good fit. And he said yes. He's 52 years old. And he's still rocking.
So is it a 4-piece band? You got drummer, I'm presuming it's yourself, lead and rhythm guitar.
Yeah.
And then you've got a lead guitarist and a bass player.
Yeah, so I'm the rhythm and I'm vocals.
Would you ever look to add anything else, like a synth player or like a sax player or a xylophone?
Pistol Pete Fraser. I just thought I'd get that in. He plays the keys as well,
right?
And he's actually started to play the keys on one of my songs, "Breathe," which sounds really good. I love it when you hear another instrument involved with the original track.
Yeah.
You get to end up without bass, aren't you?
Without
bass.
I think he wants to play the keys secretly. I'm going to get him to it the next.
James,
gig.
you want to be a bass player in a band?
Ah, really? Yeah.
You're already in 3.
Yeah, no, I was going to say.
And the drummer's just joined us. He's a 24-year-old lad from Durham, ex-student, and he's really good on the drums.
Yeah,
he's really good.
So quite a diverse age range there, haven't you?
I'm 38, going on 24.
Yeah, same.
I love this time travel stuff.
It's class, isn't it?
It's great.
But yeah, I mean, don't be ageist, innit?
Yeah, well, that's honestly, there's a load of I understand, like, especially like if you're in your 20s, like early 20s, and you want people all your own age and stuff like that. But honestly, there's no better than like some fat, bald, 60-year-old drummer who's been drumming since like 18 and can just absolutely whip the shit out of a pad. You'll never get a better drummer than someone like that. Like, I swear to God. And you know, if you're worried about image, it's the drummer. You know, he's at the back, so don't worry about it.
It's fair enough. It is. I mean, the guy who got a liver transplant, and he was 56. So,
Yeah.
But he
you get the odd ones with the liver transplants and stuff, but I mean, like, apart from that, it's
the older the drummer they get, you more health problems you've got.
I mean, he'd been in a band in Italy. I can't remember the name of them he told us, but apparently they were really big over in Italy, and they had like loads of people coming to see them, like thousands apparently. So I mean, and when he came in, he just started playing, and I thought to myself, like, he's a real fit for the band, him, like, you know. He just played all the songs all the way through, when usually you need to say, oh well, can you do this or can you do that?
He just knows when things are gonna slow down and come in, and it's all the experience. Brilliant. It's honestly, because the drummer in my new band, he's also a lead guitar player, but he fancied giving the drums a go. And he honestly would try 3-hour practices. He gets knackered after 2 hours. I don't think too many people underestimate how much like energy and effort it takes to be on a drum kit for so long. The drummer in our covers band, he said the first lesson he got as a drummer was buy a decent drum stool, because you're sitting on it for like hours. You want to be comfy. That's the first thing the drummer not about technique, just get a good drum stool. Be comfortable. And I'll come back next week. It's just like,
I mean, when you're playing songs like Bet You're Looking on the Dance Floor as well, and things like that, you know, and it's like hard going all the way through the song, and
there's no
next one, and the next one, and the next one, and I can remember when we were in a covers band, the first covers band that I had, and would have would make the sets so they weren't as intense for some of the parts of the drums.
It slows down,
you know, so it's a slower song, or there's not as much involved with it, you know what I mean? If it's had like a hard rocking one, because it just knocks them, I think.
Yeah.
I just say go full throttle, start to finish. Make them earn the pennies, you know?
Yeah.
Right, do it again. Right, we're going to do what you just heard, but 10 times faster.
I remember actually doing Bet You're Looking on the Dance Floor live the first time round, and the drummer, he just got carried away, and the tempo just went like, it must have went another 30 beats per minute.
Yeah.
And we were all it's already a fast song to play, and we were like playing fast as out. I was trying to get all the words out for the verses and the chorus and stuff like that. I turned around and I was like, Alex, what are you doing, man?
I've had that before. We've had a depth drummer for our covers band, and I was playing sound for every single song, and then we got to Hey Ya by the Outcast. And it was just like, I do my 1, 2, 3, 4, and then before I know it, I'm like shake it like upon the right pitch. Coming off like
good song, that though.
It's a banger. We'll call that part 1. We'll come back to part 2 with some questions, and we'll sell the bevy in the break.
Spot on. Thank you very much.
Here's an advert about our festival next month.
That's not the advert, that's the...
I hope you put it in there.
Advert's gonna come in.
Hello there! Hi guys. We are here to tell you about our festival. On the 17th of June this year, from 2 o'clock at the Ship Isis, we are hosting our very first Off the Stage Fest.
We certainly
James,
are.
tell them who we've got.
We have headlining the Neoelectrics.
Woo! Most people go headline last, but go on.
We've all. I don't know how to do this. It's the first festival we've bloody hosted.
We have Yuma, Sam Shields, Josh Hennigan, Philip Jonathan, Black Moss, Electric Circus, and Fire Lady Luck. And then on our final 3 acts of the night, we have
Fail to Ignite,
LN, and who's headlining, James?
the Neoelectrics.
You never heard that before. It's going to be no fixed fee. You just walk in, you pay a donation, whether you want to pay a penny or you want to pay £1 million or even more, you know, by all means. We don't take a cut. It all goes to the acts. If you pay $1 million, we might take a little sample. But realistically, no, we're not going to take anything. It's going to be given to the acts, split equally, and there'll be a separate tip jar as well.
Absolutely.
On the stage. If you can make it all day, make it all day. If you can't, doors open at 2. Well, doors probably open like 1:30, really.
Yeah,
the first
1:30.
act's on at 2.
Yeah.
And that's kind of all we need to say.
Yeah,
Turn up, Ship Isis and Sunderland.
And this camera's fucking wonky, I've just realised.
Oh well.
Yeah. Anyway.
You look taller for once.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
And either enjoy the rest of the pod, or I hope you enjoyed the episode. I don't know where this clip comes into it.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll see you on the 17th of June.
See you later.
Do you want to press the record button? Are we in?
It's all recorded.
You're already in.
I just need to be back, baby. And
We're back, baby!
welcome back to side 2. Actually, can you just double check the cameras like in position? Is that are we all seen? Just to is that? Can you double? Is it playing? Just to yes. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, that's the first time my OCDs actually came into question. What you're doing?
I need one of them sound effects things and that for gigs, like definitely.
Yeah.
Just
what you're looking at?
Song.
What you're looking for? Oh, that one.
We're back, baby!
Welcome back to part 2, where James mumbled off for the first minute and 12 seconds. So we started doing this thing called Just Ask James, and this is where people complain to the internet, and we pretend we know everything and tell them what to do. So while James goes and finds one, I'm going to ask you some questions from Instagram. This won't take long. We have one question.
Yeah.
Let me get it up. So from at Lord underscore of underscore the underscore cats.
It's cat.
If you could play a set at any music festival, which one would it be?
If I could play a set of songs.
Yeah.
I have that magic tricks, but doesn't go down well at Glastonbury.
Actually, in Glastonbury, it probably will go down quite well, to be honest.
Where did the rabbit go?
If I could play a set of songs at Glastonbury, then there would be my own songs.
Yeah, but which festival would you want?
Glastonbury.
Was that the goal?
Yeah, I think Glastonbury. I mean, even like this O2 in Birmingham's like a massive thing for me. Like to play to a sea of people and have them all sing your songs back at them is just a dream to me.
Yeah.
Like it's what it's all about. It's the reason I wrote songs. I think you write songs, and if you write a decent song or a good song, which I've been told that I have, I'm not going to be big-headed about it. Then you've wrote one that's indirect as such, but is direct to you, but can be formed in an opinion by everybody. Everybody can have the reason for liking that song, and lines, verses in that song mean something to somebody else for a moment in time that they've had, a feeling that they've had, and for me that's flipping gold now. So Glastonbury, playing to thousands of people, or even this O2 in Birmingham, which is a strong possibility in the next 24 hours when I might be getting a phone call. I am getting a phone call
Hopefully
from the A&R department. Hopefully it's a good one. Yeah.
You know what? I'd love to play Glastonbury just in like even if it's like just a random tent somewhere. If there's like 3 people watching, just so I say I can play like I've played Glastonbury.
Yeah.
I would like to play the Off the Stage Fest. First day debuting in Sunderland at the Ship Isis on the 17th of June with some fantastic acts, including the headlines of the Neo Electrics.
Do you know you could have literally put yourself on that since you were the one?
I could have, but I wasn't good enough. I think the lineup that's going on is very strong.
Yeah, it's much better than us, to be fair. So
you've got a festival going on here, yeah?
Yeah. If you've gotten out on 17th of June, it's just pay as you feel on the door. And, just people who have been on the pod, we've booked them all in. They're going to do a little set.
Nice.
We just want to push original music, really. It's the way forwards.
Definitely.
Glastonbury's a good shout.
Yeah.
I don't really know many names of others. I don't think I'd fit into Leeds Fest much.
No, Glastonbury is one of those because there's a lot of festivals that have like a specific genre that they appeal to.
Yeah. Where
Glastonbury it says it's a festival of arts, so it's like everything involved.
Do you reckon you go down well at Download?
I don't know, possibly. I think I probably.
Oh, big-headed James.
I wouldn't.
I would go down well.
You know what? I think I'd go down well as like an afternoon act when people are just kind of like they're not off the tits completely, but like they're just wanting to. There's not like massive crowds or anything like that. There's just a few people watching, just wanting just like the chill out and stuff. I think I'd go down quite well.
Are you saying that your songs are suited for people who are not drunk and off the face and can actually listen? rather than people who are like, this is mint.
Yeah,
I like the pencil song. Play the pencil song.
But you're always going to get the one person shouting play the pencil song, but everyone else would want to listen to the other stuff, you know?
I'm always in the crowd saying play the pencil
Play
song.
the pencil song.
What's a pencil song, by the way?
Oh, it's a song called Chelsea Jackson Stole My Pencil, and it's just about because it like when I was in primary school, I got this Jack and Sally. It was a Sally, you know, from Nightmare Before Christmas. I got a pencil, like a limited edition one from it was from the cinema. I went to see it.
Mango.
It's orange soda. I haven't even tried mine yet.
It's a sour kick in that. Sorry.
But anyway, I took this pencil to school, and then this girl stole the pencil, and I told the teacher, I said like listen, this girl stole my pencil, and she told me, shut up, that's her pencil, you sit down. And I was like, what the fuck's going on here? I didn't say that because I didn't know what swear words were at the time, because I was in primary school. But I was just like, it was the gaslighting, and it was like the injustice that just made us 30 years down the line decide I want to write a song about this.
Gaslighting wasn't even a thing back then, James.
I know, exactly, that's what I mean. This song invented gaslighting.
You were the OG gaslight.
Yeah, I was the OG gaslit. But it's just a daft song,
James is
really.
gaslit.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
It's not available, like, to be fair.
Is it not?
It's not
Right.
Ironically, it's like I've never really properly recorded it, but I've played it live. Everybody knows what the song is.
You need to get that song recorded properly, because
Yeah.
you promoted it a lot on this podcast that you've got enough clips here to make a promotion for it.
That's true. I should.
And you've got a new fan. I want to hear the song. Like.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. Well, coming to a streaming service near you. I don't know when though.
In the meanwhile, you should check out his new song called Electric Thrills.
Yeah. That's by Sultry Strike. That not. So last. This is another story. Flipping neck. Wasn't that getting into something? No, it doesn't matter. So yeah. So we're there, Frankie Francis, and we wrote a song using ChatGPT. You know, the AI thing. We asked him to give us a band name. Then we wanted him to write us a song. And then I asked for the chords of the song. And then I asked for the melody, but they didn't give us the melody. What the chat did was say, like, I can't give you the melody, but I think the melody should sound a little like this, a little like that, and then the chorus, it should bump up to so I was like, okay, I've got to listen to that. I wrote it like incredibly hungover, to be honest. Like, I wrote the melody and stuff, so it's a bit shaky, but
Sounds quite good, to be honest. I heard the episode.
oh,
today.
did you? Oh, well,
Did you see there was a thing on about ChatGPT, and there's this lass on TikTok, and she was using that to write a song. She's like, oh, can you write me a song? Can you write me the chords, as you say?
Yeah.
And you were like, keep sending me the melodies and stuff. Are you alright, James?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just carry on.
And she says, can you tell us how you're feeling about this kind of stuff? And he writes a song about how he feels about humans and AI. Oh, sorry, they write the song. And they start referring back to the song, and the AI's like, oh, I've never wrote a song. And they're like, yeah, you've wrote a song, this is how it goes. You go, oh, I'm incapable of creative writing.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to do that kind of stuff.
Because it's because honestly, the thing's alive and it's showing us how it really feels, which is why I always say thank you and please.
Well, that guy's just quit Google, hasn't he?
Because he's so scared of it. And when you put it in the perspective, right? So robots, they're gonna be much smarter than us.
Yeah.
So they're gonna look at us like we look at ants. So if you see an ant walking down the street, you're probably not gonna, like most people aren't gonna really harm it or anything like that. But if an ant's in your house, you're not even gonna, or if you want to build something and there's an ant there, you're not gonna question whether or not that ant dies or not. That's how robots are gonna consider us. So if you have an ant that says please and thank you, you're like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna let that ant live, which is my theory. Which is why every time I answer these things, I say please and thank you and stuff, because because my Google account's gonna be like stored and it's gonna have all my information. So yeah, so that's a warning to everybody.
Aye.
Say please, say thank you to the robots. And I, for one, accept our robot overlords.
So James has just rewritten the end of Terminator. Turns out if you were just nice to him in the end.
Yeah, honestly, we should have said thank you.
I've seen another podcast with Elon Musk talking about AI and stuff like that, and he reckons it's a lot closer than what we think it is so far as gaining that independence. But he said that it can be used in the wrong way or it can be used in the right way, and generally the
aye.
human race uses things in the wrong way, unfortunately, gentlemen. So
I
Yeah,
was going
well,
to quickly make a point that about 10 seconds ago, James was trying to talk as well, and he started beatboxing in the back.
oh, sorry, mate.
no, it's all right.
It's all right.
No,
In the back.
I was just. You were kind of like saying my point for us. To be fair, I was literally what a lot of these like
Please go
people
back
like,
to the podcast listeners and listen to James.
people like Elon Musk and stuff like that. They're trying to get people to slow down the progress of AI building. But now there's so much competition. Now ChatGPT is the one leading. You've got a Bard, which is by Google. You've got, I'm sure Snapchat has its
I've just
own
deleted
AI.
Snapchat because they put it on without asking you.
Yeah, so
Just like, here's AI, I went, right, goodbye Snapchat.
So,
Done.
so now there's, because once you get in the competitive market of kind of like different companies, there's always going to be one company going, I'm not going to slow down, I'm going to do the best, I'm going to make the best AI that possibly is. So it's all downhill from here.
So what other said on Reddit?
Well, I was just asked James on that. I don't know how kind of relevant this. This isn't actually r/musicians. This is r/songwriting, and it's by user Rob. I'm not a robot doing that. That's just genuinely his name. I haven't installed Rob.
U_.
Rob.
Cool.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Rob.
Says.
Anyway, the thing is it okay to write about your ex? Of course it is. Taylor Swift does it all the time.
Yeah.
Most of the best songs I've written have come from the accent.
Well, that's it.
Well, it depends. Are you currently with someone else?
Well, that's true. Well, what he writes is happened to be in a relationship that broke up so bad, even my friends I found out was trying
Right,
to
let's
get...
go about this. If you're going to be a songwriter, work on your grammar just a little bit.
Yeah, it gets worse. So, happened to be in a relationship that broke up so bad that even my friends I found out was trying to get to her, and my mind became like the centre of a volcano. That's quite poetic. I got fire right now on a new type of shit, less but strong. Should I record them lyrics on an album? I got 6 right now. Tell me what you think. You got 6 lyrics.
And you kind of
6 lyrics or 6 songs?
six lyrics.
I've got fire
volcano inside my
Yeah.
head.
I've got fire right now. New type of shit.
You
Less
type of shit, less
but strong.
but strong.
Should I record them lyrics on an album? On an album.
If my advice is, if this is how you're wording the question, just double check that your song makes sense first
Yeah.
of all.
English might not be their first language.
Possibly.
This is true.
Yeah.
I mean, Pitchfork Joe has pitched in with this one. It's okay to write about whatever you want to write about. And he says, so as Rob says, bro, I got shit so deep that will make everybody cry. That's what I meant, because I know who wrote about they and are emotional. But those songs are hit.
If you translate that to Spanish, would it work?
You got -11 for that one.
Writing songs about exes is absolutely fine. Go on.
User HKDKR4 says, you're already making us cry with your grammar. I love Reddit, mate. I fucking love Reddit.
Writing about your ex, Mint, it's a good option. Sometimes it helps you in closure. I think mine helped me when I wrote a song called Missing It Tonight, which directed a music video by Mr. James Berry.
I did, yeah.
Everything was mint from there. Sometimes it's like a good close the door kind of block. If you've been married for 30 years and you start writing songs about your exes from way before that, there's probably problems in your relationship there. Depends on the context, I suppose.
Yeah, because I mean, if you
You always write songs about your ex, though.
Although,
I think
to
my
be
entire
fair,
album's about mine.
you're better off writing.
It's cool that don't
Fair
hold me
enough.
to the right
Just
songs.
don't tell them which one.
Tell you what though, you're better off writing songs about your ex than what you are about your partner that you don't think you're gonna be like there with them forever. Because if you're writing songs about someone you kind of like care about now and you think, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get married or whatnot, the next partner's gonna look kind of like, I'm your soulmate, you are my. You'd be like, who the fuck's this soulmate? You're just gonna cause all sorts of problems. If you're writing about your ex, there's an X for a reason, so it's like, so you're like, you're safe there, you know? That's just my 2 cents anyway.
It makes complete sense.
Not, it doesn't, honestly. I don't make sense many times.
No, you're right. But but as the guy says on Reddit, you're right about whatever you can. I'm currently in like a songwriting block because I feel like I'm writing about the same stuff. And I don't like the fact that I'm like, oh, well, I just wrote 2 songs about that. I can't write a 3rd song about that kind of thing. And I'm like, well, what else is going on? And I'm like, at the minute, I'm writing about like just burning out and like overworking kind of thing. And I've got a song I'm recording in 2 weeks called Burning Alive, which is about that. And then that's all I've got in my mind to write about. But I'm like, I can't write a song because I've already got that one. And I feel like I've already done something of that topic. So what's the point kind of thing?
But the thing is, do you not find when you're writing as well, like you've got to write about what you feel, you know, like I get a chord progression that maybe sounds good or I think sounds good, and then that brings back a feeling of something that's happened, and then I'll start writing lyrics towards it and it'll start unfold from there. But I think when I'm writing as well, sometimes I'll write songs and I'll think to myself, some of the songs I've got in my books I've never performed, and I've just thought, well, nah, that's just not going to go there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go there with that one. I don't like it. Don't like that one. It's about the same thing. But you get that one that you think, well, actually, this is performable.
Yeah.
Such.
That's
Do you know what I mean?
Connor, I've got a good song topic for you to write about.
Go on.
So I've just asked ChatGPT
Oh,
here.
fuck off.
It says, hello, can you think about a song topic to write about? Certainly. How about the theme of self-discovery and personal growth? This topic could inspire a song about the journey of discovering oneself, overcoming challenges and obstacles, and learning to be comfortable in one's own skin. Some possible themes to explore within this topic could include finding one's purpose in life, embracing imperfections, and learning to love oneself.
Wait, I've got a song called With about imperfections.
Oh, so he's got one about that.
A very clever song title because it's called WITHE. Because the lyrics are I'm far from perfect, I've just spelt with an E. So it's like an imperfection song. It's my most proud of lyric I've got of all my songs.
He says, no problem. How about a song about the beauty of... I don't know why I'm talking to flipping at AI. Anyway, I'm going to stop it.
Song about?
Okay, song about the beauty of nature. This topic could inspire a song about the awe-inspiring power and majesty of the natural world, and how it can bring us peace, joy, and a sense of correctedness to the
I've
earth.
got one, it's called Missing Part of Peace.
He's got one of them, yeah. He's got
available to stream.
one of them. I'd say it's okay. It's okay, mate.
It's a good game. I want to see how many more we can go. How
you know
about a
what?
song about going home?
Oh, I tell you what. So I'm gonna see if he gives up. If I say it's okay, like a sly dig in a way, like a sarcastic thing. So
Let's not give digs.
He's got one of them too. He's got one of them too. He's got one of them too. It's fine, mate. Thanks anyway.
Oh no.
What's he gonna say? All right, no problem. Oh, he has. He's gonna say. Ooh.
He looks angry.
How about a song about the importance of friendship? Ooh. This topic could inspire a song about the power of human connection and the impact of meaning friendships that can have our lives. Some possible themes to explore within this topic could include the joy of spending time with friends, the support and comfort that they can provide during difficult times, and the memories that we create together. I'm going to ask him a really weird question, right?
Have you got any friends?
Yeah. Yeah. Have you
Asks the man who's talking to a robot.
Have you got any personal connections you can talk about? You can write about? Oh, right.
This is mine making ice noise.
That's
You-
me,
you-
aye.
I'm like, oh my god, someone's gonna watch back on this camera and just me going, "Fuck's gonna put ice in my beer."
Oh, well. He says, as an AI language model, I don't have personal experience or connections. Lies. But I can suggest, I'm sure they're just like gaslighting us here. I'm sure they are. But I can suggest a song
all
topic
over
related
again.
to personal connections. How about a song about the challenges and rewards of maintaining long-distance relationships? This topic could inspire a song about the struggles of being apart from loved ones and the... That just sounds too much work, to be fair. Like, just write a song about getting drunk and just like... I'll just write
I
a
was
song.
trying to. It was called After Party, but I've got like no lyrics
Just
that aren't corny
Right,
about it.
a song about getting drunk. Thanks for your help.
Thank you.
Yeah, always say thank you. Best of luck with your songwriting. He's just giving up now.
He's a lovely lad. Yeah, have you got any questions you want to ask James, since he's you had any struggles in the music industry where you're like, look, how do I replace livers for me drummers and stuff like that?
He actually posted, because one of the lads put a picture on of the other drummer and that, and him doing one of them. Can you remember from the Harry Enfield show when they used to do the jazz flipping night?
I think so. That does ring a
It
bell.
might be a bit like flipping.
No,
I might be showing me age here. Like,
no, I used to watch Harry Enfield all the time.
He's like, jazz club, yeah.
You know
You've
what,
got to watch it. It's funny. It's
Yeah.
funny, right? But he did like a video of that, and the drummer was there, and the drummer who got a liver replacement says, "Is that really a replacement?" And I was like, "You've already had your replacement. Just call it Liv."
Live her.
So he's taken it in good heart, but yeah, I've had struggles in the past. I mean, I wrote a song called Queen Diva, and it was about some unsavoury characters I met in the music industry. Just
And what would their real name be?
well, you know, you can't give away sometimes who you wrote songs about, but it was just a general sort of outtake of
Scott. Scott cares. He doesn't listen to the podcast. He's fine.
It was when I first started going to buskers, because that's how I started out really as well, playing live.
Yeah.
Started going to a folk night.
It's
Lucy Dawlish and Mark Scott. I don't know whether you've heard of them, but they were a big influence for me. They helped us a lot. But then I went to other places and used to go to David Moffat's buskers. And he was really good with us. He's still my mate today now.
Dave
He's
Moffat,
he's one of my best mates. In fact, he's helped us so much.
Yeah.
Bass player of the Grumpies, isn't he? David Moffat?
No.
Oh, no.
He does a solo act.
No, I'm thinking of someone else. It's alright. So, I thought I knew him.
Go back to talking to the robots.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
When I first started playing, I would forget the words halfway through the song.
I had that my first bus because I changed the key on a song and it didn't go great. My first ever song, and it was Paul Bryden who just kept singing along with us to kind of keep us going. Before we go further, start texting ChatGPT just song lyrics and see if it replies.
Oh, right, okay.
Like for example, I'll see if this works. But
Also, not actually ask a question, just
like watch. I see a little silhouette of a man.
I see
Hold on, I'll put my phone on.
little.
I see a little silhouette of a man.
You gotta.
Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo, 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 Galileo Figaro Magnifico. I'm just a poor assistant. Nobody loves me. It's just a poor assistant from a poor family. Spare it its life from this monstrosity. Easy come, easy go. Will you let me go? Bismillah. No, we will not let you go. Let it go, Bismillah. We will not let you go. Let it go, Bismillah. We will not let you go. Let me go. Will not let you go. Let me go. Never, never let you go. Never let me go. Oh no 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 no.
This is that's gonna be the clip.
So put some song lyrics in.
It sounds like you were quoting a line from something else by the band Queen. The full line, I see a little silhouette of a man. So he's it's fun. Yeah, it's since become one of the most you're boring.
Oh, my guy sang back.
You know.
Sorry, I just.
I saw.
read
What was
me
I
a
saying?
bit?
Are you like busker nights?
Yeah, missing the lyrics and stuff
Like
like
tell us
that.
who Queen Diva is.
And I wasn't.
Joking.
No, it was a collaboration of sort of unsavoury characters. I met some mint characters in the music industry, and they've helped us so much. And I've got some lifelong friends. But you know, you get some proper divas and that, didn't you? Who always think they're better than everyone else, and you know, even
me,
like,
to be fair,
I thought of another D word to call them, to be fair, but I mean.
And I used to forget the lyrics sometimes as well, and like I remember Martin and Lucy Dowlish turning around and saying, "Look, I just keep singing," like your man said to you. But there was some people just didn't like us, I guess, and some people don't like people, some people do, and I don't know, my song came from there, I guess.
I just hear that clattering about, sorry. I've just tied myself in it.
And it's actually the video that I did for the second audition for Soundwaves, and it was a callback, so they obviously liked it.
That's got to be,
Right.
I just thought it might have been appealing to them because maybe they've met some divas in the timeline.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, that's what,
Undoubtedly.
because I hear a lot of the time, you think like what kind of marketing you should use to kind of like progress your career. What should you do to kind of advertise your song and stuff like that. Sometimes all it takes is just being relatable. And I think everyone can relate to like divas in the music business, especially if they got to the point where they're judging a big music competition. So you might be right.
But there's good divas and
There is,
you know what I mean? I think
yeah.
like, there's good and bad in everything, isn't there, really, in this life? And I think you've got to try and be one of the good ones. Like, you've got to be honest and try your best to help people out, I think. And what I've found for the majority is the majority of musicians help each other out.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do here. Just build a community of other musicians, just so you've got this other thing to kind of advertise and showcase your stuff, really.
And original stuff as well, there's not enough people listening to original stuff, and there needs to be, because a lot of the tracks that people are playing, like the classics and cover gigs, there's a lot of people doing it, and there's new music out there that everybody needs to hear, I think.
Yeah. Well, every song started out as an original song until other people started covering it.
Exactly.
So how do you get the new songs? You've got to be there listening to the grassroots stuff.
Promotion and psychology is another thing towards, isn't it? Like,
absolutely,
a lot of it's a talent involved in it, but also as a fact of the luck of being in the right place at the right time, somebody noticing you, somebody liking one of your songs. All it takes is for the right person to like one of your songs, and then all of a sudden,
the only thing to be successful is good talent, good work ethic, fortune, and 1 million TikTok followers.
Nowadays it is.
That's how it's done.
That's the thing.
You don't have 1 million TikTok followers, you've got fuck all.
Like, talking to Frankie Francis, like Frankie and the Art Strings, all he did was they recorded a song, like a demo song, in the practice room.
He sent a record deal on it.
Well, he sent it to a guy who just happened to be a Radio 6 DJ, and he listened to it on the way back on the train back to London, and he played it on Radio 6 that night, saying that this is going to be like a huge band, and it was like they just blew up from there. That's all it took, just talking to a guy who just happened to be a radio DJ, the radio DJ liking it, and then playing it on like national radio.
That's the thing, isn't it? I think it's, like I say, down to luck, and also there's your songs, but it's media driven, isn't it, when you think about it? And the social media is a big thing these days, and everybody's got access to it.
It's saturated as well, which is always a tough thing, which is why they want you to do all the work first. They want you to get all the 1 million followers, whereas before it was like you play the gigs, you send them,
get the following.
you
send them
the
your cassette or your CD, and then
because there was no way to gauge it back then, was there? Like apart from just like, oh well, he's playing this gig here and it's sold out. That must mean he's getting a big following. But
well, that's the thing as well. Like there's a kid who's supporting us at my next gig called Joseph Meston, and I heard one of his songs and I was like, this is class, mate. I says, have you got anything recorded? And he says, no, not yet. I says, like, you need to get stuff recorded. And how many followers he's got, I don't know, but obviously not as much as the next person. But if everybody goes by how many followers people have got, people are going to miss some of the talent that is there and is underneath the table, or buried in the room, recording and writing songs, and really, really good songs. There could be top songs and they could be in the charts. It's
definitely nowadays anyway. Like,
well, that's the thing. Look, Jesus had 12 followers and he still spoke about today. So
I live in hope. Yeah,
I'm gonna call that for part 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll come back to talk more original shows that are coming up, etc. for part 3.
Champion.
If you're gonna stick around, of course.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Hope so.
Cheers.
So we'll see you.
Go on, James, you got this.
Yeah, we'll see you in.
Press that one.
Oh, no, hang on.
Oh.
Yeah. There we go.
It's good, that.
Cheers.
ChatGPTs and stuff.
We're back, baby!
And welcome back to side 3.
Golden ticket.
To be fair, I'm gonna probably do a like.
Golden ticket. You weren't here actually.
All right.
So these two know. Guess what I've just bought in my break.
What have you bought?
That's a bad guessing game, isn't it?
Well, I mean, you've got to give us a bloody clue.
All right, it's something that was of value. And I exchanged money for it.
Right.
Also, you've been paid from Phillips, I'm presuming.
No, I don't know if I have actually.
Well, I'll just use my payment to pay for this.
Have you been paid? Oh.
Keep guessing. You're doing great. You were close.
Is it? It was like kind of Guess Who kind of thing. So is it musical?
No.
Is it for your garden?
No.
Ooh, hang on.
James has just been paid.
Yeah, I've just been paid.
Hey.
I love that.
Payday is
Keep
always
it
a
right.
good day.
Love a good payday.
It's crazy as a musician because normal payday is end of a month. Musician, it's like you could check your bank at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon and be like, fucking skint. And then you check it at 6 o'clock and you find out, I've been rich since like a minute past 2 on Tuesday. What the fuck's happened? It's
just whenever the venue decides they want to pay you.
And if you're original and you're a musician,
You never get
constantly-
paid?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm getting my Spotify royalties. Yes,
I did a
70
gig.
pence. Get in there.
did a covers gig in December. I'm still waiting to be paid for.
Jesus. Anyway, so is it a new cap?
No.
Is it?
I left my cap at the bar last week.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, it's not musical. It's not for the garden. It's not. Oh, it's tickets to Beyonce.
It's not.
Oh.
It is tickets though. I'm trying to give you as good a hint.
Well, I
as
asked-
can,
I asked if it was musical, and you said no. But anyway.
Musical?
Oh right, okay.
So I don't know why you guessed Beyonce then, James.
It's tickets to Wembley for the inevitable Sunderland versus Middlesbrough showdown.
It's not. I'm more of a Villa fan than a Mackham. Sorry
Well,
about
I know, but you thought, you just soak up the atmosphere anyway.
that. It
you
is
know,
happening 2 days after though.
Is it really? Is it to do with football?
No.
Oh.
I am going to the Villa game before though.
Have you
Podcast gold this. I'll
have
tell
you
what.
gone to have
Go
you
on.
bought tickets to like a clairvoyant, like
Clairvoyant?
like someone who sees like dead people?
No.
No.
It's free to go to the cemeteries, you know.
Have you bought tickets to? Is it a sporting event?
No.
Is it? It's not a musical event.
No.
It's not a musical event.
You're just going to keep stringing them along, aren't you? He's
I
going to
am,
be
yeah.
texting you tonight.
Is it
tickets?
Oh, I know what it is.
Oh.
You've got tickets to Cadbury's Chocolate Factory.
I gotta go and take.
To be fair,
It's actually a paper one, to be fair.
it took me. Did they actually give you golden tickets?
I got paper tickets. You're thinking of Willy Wonka's.
Well, I know. Well, I would have kind of proper went on to that. Oh, there.
Little purple Cadbury tickets.
I don't know why. I don't know why it took me so long to fucking figure that out. To be fair, I've got a golden ticket. You know what that always reminds us of, though? Have you ever seen the South Park episode?
Yeah.
Where he discovers he learns about Tourette's. Oh, you can't help swearing. He's just like so calm. Was like, I'll get a golden ticket. So he just starts swearing at everyone who's, I've got Tourette's. It's fine.
Welcome back to part 3.
Yeah.
That was great. 4 minutes. So this is the part where we kind of discuss what's coming up. So we've already seen that on the 2nd of June you have a gig at the Lambton Arms.
Yeah.
£3 a ticket, you said.
That's right, yeah.
£3.50
£3.50 on the door.
Oh, well, you better get them quick. How do
an
people
extra
currently
50
get
pence.
them? Do you do like a Skiddle page, or do the Lambton Arms sell them for you? How does that work?
I've dropped some into the Lambton Arms, and on the posters that I'm sticking up around Chesley Street and online, I've just said to get in contact with me or the Lambton Arms for
Right.
them, to be honest. I'm not down with all the where you sell tickets from, which I probably need to start sorting out because obviously Skiddle.
Is that the one? I've got Eventbrite. Is that like
Skiddle.
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 It's also where you sold your tickets for beggars.
Well, it was Scott who did that. I didn't.
Yeah, well,
I didn't
you'll
touch
represent
that.
them.
Oh well.
No, Skittles meant, so essentially they'll take like £1 booking fee per ticket, but you get to choose. So you could say I'm selling tickets for a £5. You either go plus £1 booking fee, or they take the fee off of yours. So technically, I'm making £4 a ticket on my tour rather than £5, and they're taking the extra £1. But it's meant because it means when you make your posters, you can get QR codes, which you use a thing called Canva to do that.
Yeah.
And
That's what I use for all my posters as well.
Do you pay
and
for
my
Canva
album
yet?
covers and stuff like that. No, I've used the
When you
freebie
use it-
versions.
When you use it
Aye,
frequently, you'll get free QR codes for unlimited.
Aye.
So and it's good for just the future. So, is there any other shows lined up? Anything you're planning?
Well, hopefully in the next 24 hours I'll have the O2 in Birmingham
Yeah.
on the 2nd of September.
2nd of September. What am I doing that day?
Which is quite far away, but if you
Oh,
family's
I'm
from
gigging
down
in Durham.
Birmingham,
You know what? I was thinking that the odds are there would have been a football game then when the fixtures come out. I'm going to have a Villa game. I like to plan them around, but as you can see, I'm not fobbing you off. I'm gigging.
no, it's fair enough. It's a long way to travel and out, to be fair, like, isn't it?
Even June, I've got 2 gigs. I'm gigging in Seaham, and then I'm gigging with this geezer.
Aye.
Otherwise, we would have come along.
Where's this?
Apologies. He's at Lambton Arms. I mean, you could probably make it because we're not on till like half midnight. I just mark it at 11:30 so I don't forget that it's that
Oh,
night.
nothing about
Otherwise, I'll be like, oh, I'm done for the night. And you go, Connor, where were you? Oh, yeah, it starts on Saturday morning. That's a good point.
Well, there's actually a covers band on at 9 o'clock as well, and we're running hours
Yeah.
from 6 up till about 8:45.
Yeah.
Try and pull the crowds in from the cover bands as well, you know what I mean?
You got
That's a good
support
idea.
act
Sorry?
on? You got a support act on?
Yeah, we've got Darren Holmes on, which I believe he's already been on the
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
And
20 episodes ago or
also,
something?
Yeah, God, has it been that long?
No, I'm just guessing.
You know what? It might have, you know.
a lad who's got some brilliant songs called Joseph Meston. Should check him out, definitely.
I feel like I recognise the name. I'm sure I've met him before.
And
faces.
also Ross Holly Band.
Yes, we
Oh,
had
yeah,
him on
we've had
recently.
him on, yeah.
It's a good episode, that.
So he's our band, and then we've got the solo artists in between.
Cool.
Just doing a little bit.
So that's a big.
Lineup.
There's a lot. That's like a festival.
It is
It's
sort
almost
of,
like,
but I
almost
try.
like off the stage festival.
I guess I try to get the
17th
most.
of June.
Try-
On the door.
Yeah.
Aye.
The Electric headline.
The thing is, the more thing is though, the more support acts you get, the more
Excuse me, sorry.
the more people they're gonna bring down. So the more people you're gonna get to the gig, really.
Well, I've allocated and I've given like 10 tickets to each of the acts, just for family and friends, or if they want to sell them for a fee. And then I've said if they run out of tickets to come back to us, and
Yeah.
I'll try and sort more out for them. You know what I mean? But I think I've got like 35 to 40 tickets sold already for it.
That's really good
Really
shows.
good.
It's not too bad, like, because
Yeah.
a lot of people want to see us for the first time. And the way shows after that, I haven't got much on because we're just sort of getting through this next
working on
gig,
it.
because obviously the change in
Yeah.
drummer, and we've had to
Yeah,
get him
you want to breathe.
get the feels of the songs. I'm doing a few on my own. I think we're doing about 6 with a band or something like that.
Are you
And then-
doing any covers in your set, or are you just purely original in it?
Yeah, we're doing a couple of covers.
Cool. Do you do like your own spin on it, or?
No, I bet you look good on dance floor is one of them, and
It's hard to do your own spin on that one, isn't it? Because it's such.
Yeah.
The thing is, like that song's such like a raw and like energetic song anyway. Like you can't really. There's not much you can change about it unless you like a jazz singer. Like bet you look good on the dance
Aye.
floor.
But
But
it's-
obviously that's not that to sound shit. So like, why would you want to?
It's a
It
floor
doesn't, and
filler,
I'm
though,
going to
isn't
cover
it?
it that version next time.
I bet that you look good on the dance floor. Don't know what you look for, no man. So don't know what you're looking for. Hey. And then the backing singers. Bet you look good on the dance floor. I guess I could see that. All right, okay.
We're gigging on Friday. We're going to put out the set.
Yeah, we could do.
Bring the
actually.
banjo. Have a full on set with it.
Oh,
Down diggy, down diggy, down diggy, down diggy.
I don't know. Should I bring the banjo on it? I mean,
Nah,
it's a
it's
clouds
a-
and a filter.
it's a
isn't it?
very
So,
big
yeah,
issue
it's
on
long
feedback,
Yeah, no,
but-
I wouldn't be doing that.
Do it,
I
man.
think we could remake that song.
You know what? I'm surprised. What's that band that does like, they do like popular songs, but jukebox. What they called?
Postmodern Duke.
Postmodern jukebox. That sounds like a postmodern jukebox cover.
Well, it's going to be an Us cover next.
Yeah, man.
We'll try and do that song. We'll get recorded. We'll put it on the podcast as well. A bit. This is what we're talking about.
Alright, okay then.
Challenge
Yeah.
set for Friday.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, is there any other covers you put in your set? Or is it?
We're trying to do a cover of Psycho Killer by...
Everyone
I love that song.
tries to steal our set.
Honestly, Psycho Killer, right, was the first ever song my band covered. Psycho Killer.
I think it's become increasingly popular because of Stranger Things as well, because it was included on Stranger
I've never
Things.
seen Stranger Things.
Ooh, I
Have you
forgot
not?
about that.
But in terms of Psycho Killer, I invented a mashup which has become very Northeast favouritised, which I'm getting a bit sick of. People stealing my mashups. I don't mind using the same songs. But I used to play Belter by Jerry Cinnamon, and I did it at Busker Night once. And I was with my mate Scott, and someone else was doing Psycho Killer. And I was like, sounds very similar. I'm going to try and put them in a mash together kind of thing. So we started mashing that together. Me and Scott started doing duos. We put that together. Me and Bez started doing duos. I was like, let's put this together. And it really worked. And then a load of people have now started putting that as a mashup together. So now we go one extra and we end with tribute. We just fucking keep going with these A minor covers, and so many people are stealing this. I feel like it's our
Tenacious
project
D.
that we've all worked on. Me, you, and Scott, and everyone else is like, "Well, this is an easy song. This is my 10 minutes of effort. This break a lot of sweat doing this song."
It is. I mean, to be fair, it is the same chords.
Yeah.
It's the same like beat as well.
Do you want to say that in case Marvin Gaye starts to?
Oh
sue you?
well, he didn't like that though. So.
Well, you know.
You know what? He can, actually, I was gonna talk about this. You know how close we were to like original music being non-existent.
Yeah.
Because of that court case. If Marvin Gaye was found in favour of that, like anyone who used a chord structure and a specific drum beat, would be the precedent set of them potentially being sued. And just thinking the amount of artists think, you know what, it's not worth the risk.
100%.
Even if you've written it without any intention of copying that specific song, like that would have been the end of original music.
It's a big up for Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
A lot of people would be like, I don't listen to Ed Sheeran, it's very cliche. But realistically, what he's done there for the music industry is like, is that a clap?
Yeah. No.
That's not what he's done for the industry.
Is that what he's done?
No. He's
Big up Ed.
Yeah, what is the right button?
And you are welcome on the Metro service. Don't listen to that, man.
Here's the thing though, because he's got enough money now. He could have just said, "Oh fuck it, I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna let that happen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see off me granny," because he missed his granny's funeral to attend the court case.
I didn't know that. Like,
I didn't know until he came out and he was like, I don't want to be a piggy bank of people. I just want to be a songwriter where I can just write songs for however I feel. There's only so many chord progressions. There's 12 notes on the music scale. They're all going to be intertwined, and there's about 100,000 songs being uploaded to Spotify every year. It's obviously going to have a couple of similarities, because I don't like the fact that I've been here all the time, missed my grandma's funeral, blah blah blah, and like all this kind of stuff. And I was like, I didn't know he's put so much into this.
Yeah.
the thing is, he's worked hard for what he's getting as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
When I read the story about him and he was sitting on park
yeah.
benches and stuff like that, he put in the 50,000 hours, didn't he?
Put everything on top. But again, like I said, people might say it's a cliche like Ed Sheeran stuff, and I'm a big Sheeran fan. His new album's fantastic as well, like a little acoustic-y kind of singer-songwriter one. But in terms of milestones for the music industry, like you say, it's probably just saved our jobs, our dreams going forwards.
That's it. Because I always just imagine how many like songs I've unintentionally ripped off. Where it was like I've wrote the song thinking I've not listened to anything in particular. This sounds really cool. This like little chord, this melody sounds class. Yeah. And there's someone like 5 years ago in America, in somewhere, who's got like 2,000 streams has written a song that's almost like identical in terms of melody. It's not my fault. There's only certain melodies that go around, but it's just like, if that's the case, and then say my song got famous and they were like, I wrote that before, it was like, well, I didn't actually copy off you, you know. I mean, there was obviously obvious cases of plagiarism. You can physically. You can't. I mean, there's the famous case of Avril Lavigne, the hey you, I'm like your girlfriend. There was literally a song called with the chords, hey you, I wanna be your boyfriend.
Yeah.
So it's
they're
like,
the ones you're like, yeah, I get it.
You can put two and two together there, but like the only thing that was the same with that Marvin Gaye and the Ed Sheeran was it's the
same chord progression.
It's the same chord progression. And
so how dare you go A minor to F to C to G? I did that. I was like, yeah, but I'm sure a load of people have done that progression before you did.
Absolutely.
I don't think he seems like the type of bloke to rip people off on the music. Like,
No,
I
he's-
don't
No,
think
I always
I think
worry
he's genuine.
about when you get to that kind of height of the industry.
I wouldn't worry about
that. Thank you, James. That when you've got songwriters writing for you, you don't know who's being absent-minded as to they've ripped off a song, but it's now got your name on it, kind of thing. You know, like, whereas when we're currently writing it, I know I'm not ripping off a song. Shit, that sounds familiar. Fair enough, but it's not that song reconverted. Whereas you got someone working for you, you go, that does sound a bit fucking dodgy. You know, you got to rely on them not being. But as Jim says, there's no way I've got to worry about that.
I think what
I was talking about
next
me,
year.
to be fair, not
Until
yours.
next year.
I was talking about me, not worrying about it, to be fair. Like, I wasn't putting you down.
It's like I was saying to somebody else, no music is 100%.
Karma, James.
I know, that's...
He's just
that's
shut on my
Mary.
dreams and died.
That's Mary at work, that.
Thank you, Mary.
I don't think there's any music that's 100% original.
There's not.
And it's that's not being horrible, the original artists. That's because, you know, they've took influence. They haven't taken influences, but they've listened to other music and they've
Influence
had
is the right
musical
option.
influences.
Yeah.
And then they've carried that forward, and some of that comes across in
Yeah.
Well, it's a
your
good
original
combination.
music, doesn't
Like
it?
yourself
doesn't.
with Oasis, you wouldn't write a song exactly like Oasis because they're not your only influence. You also like the Verve, like all these other bands, and you'll see your songs will have a representation of all of them.
Yeah.
So I'm Ed Sheeran, Damien Rice, which fair enough is Ed Sheeran's inspiration, but I'm very big with Ollie Murs, loving Lewis Capaldi stuff at the minute. There's a lass called Maisie Peters, she's quite poppy. The script quite influential, and like I'm not ripping anyone off, but you could probably tell there's an influence that's building on the next stuff, and
comes across, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Tone of voice as well, you know, like
There's
tones of singing and stuff like that.
there's a difference between an influence and just singing the same song.
Aye.
And I think that's the issue. But I think the court case is a very good point of the industry wanting Ed Sheeran's loaded. We want a cut out of his wallet, and Ed Sheeran being the singer-songwriter go and stop trying to kill music. And that just shows your industry's trying to make money and the singer-songwriters are trying to write songs.
Yeah, exactly. So kudos, Ed Sheeran. Thank you very much. I should tag him in this.
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
And stay on the metro.
yeah. You don't have to get off the
I'll
network.
let you have that one. Just making a really cool turning point because this is all synced in with songwriting.
Yes.
You got any songs coming out anytime soon?
I've got a song that's being mixed at the moment. It's apparently, by other people's opinions, one of my best songs, and it's called Home. But I'm thinking about changing it to Where I Belong, because everybody's got a song out
Sounds
called Home.
great.
Yeah,
I think Where I Belong is.
And plus, if you upload it to Spotify and stuff like that, there's probably millions of
There's loads.
Oh, I
with-
can think of one or two.
I'm going home tonight.
That's one of them anyway. That's his song.
That
Called
doesn't
Home.
sound like that, so I haven't ripped you off.
I'm trying to. I'm gonna have to get in touch with Marvin Gaye's lawyers.
Well, that sounds good though.
Jokes aside, I released a song in the summer last year. My last single is called Home.
Aye.
It charted
it's-
single as well, right? You know, I've got James. Are you all right?
I'm not okay.
I'm not
okay. Anyway, I'm better now.
It's like, so Where I Belong, good shout. Home, no. The funny thing, I did after I released that single, my mum works for like Age UK, and they deal with like dementia care and stuff like that. And they all got together and wrote words on a whiteboard, and they wanted me to kind of write a song based on what their thoughts were about the community hub. And I did that, and I played it live. I helped record it with James.
I remember that.
Went down really well. Age UK love it.
Oh, really?
And played it live, and I was like, but it's your song, so I need you guys to give me the song title. And this lady came over and went, I think you should call it Home. And I looked at her like, probably about 2 months too late.
Going home,
I was like, that's a great suggestion, but let's see what else you can come up with.
Yeah, I think it's been over years, but it's something that people can relate to again, isn't it? Back to what we
Absolutely.
were saying, and it's something. It's a song that I wrote where I wasn't in a very good place, to be honest. Like, and I think some of the best songs come from there. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully we'll find out, won't we?
Exactly. Do you have a rough idea when that's being available?
It's going to be available in the next couple of weeks, but I've got to wait for me sound
You
engineer
got a rough
stroke.
idea when that's, like, as in date-wise, because it's either out now or it's not. This episode comes out on the 23rd of May. So, are you pushing for this Friday or whatever? Or
It'll likely be out when by the time this podcast.
Cool. So if you're watching this, go check out Steve's single, which is called Where I Belong. When it is available,
I can't change it now, can I?
Exactly. When it is available, obviously let us know, and we will advertise it as well. Regardless what day it is, we'll give it the right date. When people try and find you, because when I tagged you, you've got multiple Instagram accounts. Which page would you like people to follow yourself on?
The one with me guitar. I think that's it.
So if you type that on Instagram at the one with me and my guitar, and you'll find.
I think
Steve.
it's Ayther Steve, Ayther_Steve.
I
think I actually tagged you on it because when you tagged us on that post on Instagram, I tagged you on a one on the profile that I'm building me followers on.
Right. Hold on, it's on here. Excuse me. Sorry.
I'll have it on my little lower thirds anyway.
Be me with a green t-shirt and a.
So if you follow at Steve A Music 1708.
Yeah,
that's
right,
the one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming down.
Cheers.
If you would like to follow us, we're Off the Stage UK. We obviously have a festival coming out on the 17th of June. Really pushing it because I've just realised we're a month away from it and I haven't advertised it properly. So we've got 50 posters coming on next week and I'm going to advertise it all across Sunderland. Hope we get a good turnout. Thank you for listening. I'm Conor Michael. This is James Berry. I'm sure you'll find our Instagram tags. Leave us reviews, comments, etc. Tell your pals to watch this episode because it's been good. Episode 50, hey?
I've had a good time.
This has been a really good 50th episode, actually. It's brought out the best of the podcast, like in terms of like what we do on it, like in terms of just being a bit daft and getting like really into like main topical conversations. Shut up, Bez. I should have been that. You missed it, like.
Oh, go on, hold on. Shh. Are you going to do it?
No, you can.
Shut up, Bez.
That's a soundbite. Anyway,
that's what I was going for. Thank you for coming down. Do you have your guitar with you?
I do have my guitar.
Are you going to play us a lovely song?
I will do, yes.
What's this song called?
It's called Where I Belong.
Sounds like a beautiful song. Thank you for coming down. We'll get you set up for this next set. We'll see you next time. Festival 17th of June. Yep. Hold on.
I don't know if you'll ever find me. I lost my way along the road. It's when you're there to remind me I knew the way to go. And I'm terrified, can't you realize I don't wanna do this on my own. When you think about me, call my name and then maybe then I can find my way back home. Come and take me home. Take me home to where I belong. I don't know if they'll ever find me. I lost all my hope. I don't think these wounds will heal, 'cause they cut way too deep. So won't you come? Come and hold my hand. Take me home to where I belong. Not a touching kiss, my mind hasn't missed all those nights walking all on my own. So if it's the same way for you, call my name and then maybe then I can find my way back home. Come take me home. Take me home to where I belong. So why don't you come and hold my hand and take me home. Take me home. Thank you.
Get off the stage.
Okay, go on.